Hello, my name is Neil Kapadia. I'm presenting GenEngine, Instruct, Generate, Play. GenEngine is a live AI-powered game development environment that turns plain English into playable games in seconds. I'm competing in the following tracks: Productivity and Education, Cloudflare, Warp, Google Cloud, Best Use of Gemini API, and Best Use of Cloudflare. The purpose is to lower the barrier to game creation and speed up prototyping. You describe the change, GenEngine writes the code, and you play it instantly. Technologies are React, Vite, TypeScript, Cloudflare Pages, a Cloudflare Workers API with Hono, Google Gemini for code generation, optional ImageN plus R2 for assets, HTML5 Canvas for runtime, and the Monaco editor for in-app code edit. Let's get right into it. So this is the website, as we can see, is deployed on Cloudflare. This is the director panel where we actually generate the game. So when we click generate, it's going to start generating. As we can see before this, we created a geometry dash-like game. So we could play it right here in the middle of the screen. Pretty much you just jump over the triangles. On the right, we could see the code for the actual game. This is in JavaScript, and we see the last change that was made. This is completely editable, as we will see. So the Pong game has been created. You can move the Pong with like going up and down. And then pretty much you just hit it back and forth. This is completely editable. You can even, in fact, add pictures to this. And basically we can try to change it and see changes it right away. Um, and yeah, and then it's the Ask AI section. So basically what it does is it explains the code as like a chatbot. So if I put the code in here, it will explain exactly what the code does. And that's about it. So the high-level architecture of GenEngine is the front end is a 3-panel React app, a director panel for prompts, a live canvas that executes a single JavaScript file, and a blueprint panel with the Monaco editor and an Ask AI helper. I track prompt and code history so I can safely reset to a previous state. The backend is a Cloudflare worker using Hono. The API generate endpoints, builds a structured prompt from the current code history and any asset URLs, then calls Gemini 2.5 Flash to return valid JSON with new code and an explanation. When the prompt implies art, I can invoke ImageN, store the image in Cloudflare R2, and splice the public URL into the code. I also expose API explain for blueprints, Ask AI cores is enabled, and secrets like Gemini API key are stored with Wrangler. Impact. GenEngine makes game building accessible, fast prototyping for indie creators, teaching loops for classrooms, and rapid iteration for teams. In minutes, you can go from idea to playable. Accounts and authentication, persistent projects, asset uploads, multi-file support, collaboration, and deeper code intelligence is what's next. I'll also continue hardening prompt parsing and asset generation for production reliability. Try it at https://0bcd6dfb.genengine.pages.dev. Thank you.